Hi, you two. Uh, this is, I guess, going to be a summary of how I learned I was pregnant and the first months of my pregnancy until now, which now I am 17 weeks and like 2 days? A day? 2 days? Um, so yes, we're pregnant. Um, Now this didn't happen when I wanted it to. I didn't want to get pregnant at least for another year. Like the time I got pregnant is when I wanted to get pregnant next year. Um, because I just too soon before after I've had my son, and then also considering I had a cesarean, I thought it was too close together. But it looks like God had other plans. So, um, so I had gotten my period in mid-December, first one, and you know we were trying to be careful, trying not to, we're basically not trying to conceive or trying not to conceive, um, and I was starting to chart. Excuse me. I was starting to chart my cycles. I think starting from there. Um, Actually, I think it was a little bit after that, but after December. Um, but I was starting to chart. Um, but I think the thing that might have messed me up was at the beginning I didn't have a temperature thing to take my temperature, and I think that's one of the main keys if you don't have an ovulation test to determine your ovulation cycle. Um, so we're trying to do that, and I think I had been doing it for a month or a couple weeks or something. Still didn't have the temperature thing yet. So I was just basically going off of my body and the symptoms of that. Um, so blah blah blah. I didn't get my period in mid-January, so I was like, okay, what's going on? I thought, okay, maybe it needs time to get on a schedule, um, or perhaps maybe I was pregnant. So um, it's like late January, very late January. I went and took a test at a place, and it was negative. But even after she said that, I was like, I still think I'm pregnant. Um, because I think a day or two before we had had an accident. Because we try to do it naturally with no contraceptive. That's why I was charting to find out when not to, you know, do the deed. Um, so then, went about our business, went about whatever. Still kind of guessing if I was really pregnant or not, even though the test said I wasn't. I still felt maybe I was. And then I had had a dream that I think it was pretty early on too, like maybe pretty soon after I took the test, maybe a few days later or something. And the dream told me I was going to have a girl. And then a couple nights later, I had a dream where I was like in labor, but not active labor. So labored where I was ready, um, but it's still not like 4 centimeters kind of labor. Um, so I dreamed like that. But the thing was, the first one with the girl was like, okay, whatever, because I mean, I don't know, I just didn't think of anything really until that second dream, because the second dream with laboring I had had before I knew I was pregnant with my son Oliver. So that second dream was like, okay, that's a little scary because the dream, last time I had that kind of dream, I ended up being pregnant. So I think maybe a couple weeks later, this is March now, beginning of March, I was like, okay, I'm going to take a test. Kind of hope it's negative because the timing I don't feel was right. And so I took the test and it was positive. So we were pregnant regardless of if I feel it's the right time or not. Let's see. So, beginning of the pregnancy, I was not. It was different than my son. The nausea was a lot more. With him, I didn't. There was only a couple times where, like, maybe I felt a little bad, but this time I was like, oh no, ugh, you know. Um, I had a, what was it? Ginger ale was a good friend of mine. Ginger ale. That's all I was drinking. That and maybe water. And so it lasted a good month and a half, something like that. Um, let's see. So at the end of the day, I'm kind of like trying hard to think. Um, I was kind of more moody than I was with my son. Um, I think my skin hasn't been the best. Even my hair is not as good as it was last time. It's a little dry and just not as smooth and straight and nice as it was with my son. Um, so so yeah, all that it was different. Other than that, I felt fine towards like maybe the last maybe month 3. I started feeling really good, energy and stuff. And even now, I think 17 weeks is that? Whatever month is that? I haven't been tracking months, but just weeks. Um, so yeah, that I think that's the major things that have been different. Um, Although I feel like I should be showing more than I am. I don't know if it's because it's a girl, it's different, or I'm not sure, but I feel like I still look like I just have fat. And ever since my son, like this, I don't know if this is for like all women, but my stomach kind of pushes out even before I was pregnant. It like pushed out, so it's like I'm fatter than I am. Um, so even now, like you have my stomach, and I can't really see, can't tell. um, yeah, my stomach bulge, and then it kind of goes in from my belly button, and then goes back out from my gut area. So it's kind of hard to tell that I'm showing if I am, because I got my stomach sticking out. Um, Sometimes during the end of the day, I guess my uterus gut part is a little further out than the stomach. So when it does that, I feel like I'm more pregnant or showing more than I usually am. As far as appetite, I don't feel like I'm eating a lot. I mean, I feel like I'm eating normally. Um, in the first trimester, I think I lost like 3 pounds, and then from that, a couple days ago, it was a total of 10 pounds. So it was weird because I kept on eating the same, but losing weight somehow. I don't know. And then I just looked yesterday, the day before, and I was back up like 5 pounds. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. And it was in the morning before I ate, so I don't know. Um, so it was appetite. I don't know if you call it a craving. I guess it is, but ever since the beginning of the pregnancy, maybe before I thought I knew I was pregnant, I I just wanted Taco Bell's. Um, I get it all the time now. The Chalupa Supreme and the Cheesy Gordita Crunch. I don't know what it is about those two things. Maybe it's them to, one right after the other, or what. And then the Baja Blast. Like, I have to get at least once a week, if not more. Because it's just, I guess it's a craving because it sounds so good almost all the time. And I have to, like, ease myself back not to, get it. So I guess you can say that's a craving I've had. But really nothing else. Nothing else really jumps out other than that. Um, so, let's see, we're on 12 minutes. So yeah, I'm still, well, even after I gave birth to Oliver, I was still wearing my maternity clothes, just because the regular pre-pregnancy clothes weren't fitting, so might as well wear the maternity because they fit. Um, so I wore those, and I'm still wearing those. Um, so I haven't bought anything new, and the pregnancy clothes aren't really, at least the band that goes up to your waist is, I mean, that's still loose. The ones with the lower band, I kind of don't like those because I feel like it cuts too much into where the baby's at. But I wear them anyway because that's what I have. um, let's see what else. I'm trying to go with a midwife this time. I try to check out this one that does VBACs, vaginal after cesarean. Um, and they said that they're one of the only ones that does it. And I looked on after we had a consultation with them, and yeah, that's pretty much true. So, but the thing with them, I love their facility. Um, they have a bed that you actually deliver on. So that was kind of weird. It was like, a home feel. It was like a bedroom with a bathroom and a big old jacuzzi pool. Um, I mean, I would have loved to go there, but they wanted like $6,000, which is fine. I can't pay that right away, but they did have a payment plan. But the thing with them is it all has to be paid for before your like 35th week. So I'm like, I couldn't really afford that. So I was really bummed that I couldn't go that route because I really wanted to do that. And I don't want to go to a regular doctor like I did before because of what happened last time, me getting sucked into a cesarean section. And I really want to avoid that this time because A, I don't want to do it. That's like the last thing I want to do. I'd like to have more kids than just two, and having another C-section kind of limits you. So I'm gonna try this. It is a hospital, but it's it has specialists, so they have they know all kinds of delivery styles, I guess you could say. They have to know pretty much everything. So I'm gonna go with them. Um, and yeah, go from there. So I will be doing. I'm 17 weeks now. I'll probably do an update. So I'll turn the next week every Friday. So this, yeah, I think yesterday it was. Yesterday I turned 17 weeks. So next week, next Friday, I'll try and do one. However, I'm gonna be going to Portland, so that might be kind of hard. I might have to do it like on a Wednesday, Thursday. Probably pretty close to 19 weeks. Anyway, that's it. So yay, pregnant. Oh, it's a girl. Forgot to say that. Yeah, it's a girl. So now I'm gonna have one of each. Okay, running over my time. So, talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Yay, pregnant. Yay. Maybe that's anybody else. Bye.